You are sitting on the couch, and suddenly, your Frenchie stares dead at the ceiling and snaps his jaws at absolutely nothing. Most owners just laugh it off as a weird, quirky habit. They call it fly catching. But what if I told you there are no invisible bugs? That snapping is actually a silent cry for help, and it's coming straight from their stomach. Last Tuesday, I watched Bruno sitting by his water bowl, and he started doing it again. I used to think he was just seeing ghosts or chasing dust motes. He'd tilt his head, fixate on a spot in the air, and snap. Then another snap. His eyes were wide, and he looked genuinely stressed out. It's a behavior vets call fly biting syndrome. Now, for a long time, the pet world assumed this was strictly a brain issue, like a focal seizure. And while that can be the case, recent research shows a much more common hidden culprit. It's actually happening in the GI tract. We're talking about things like acid reflux, delayed stomach emptying, or even a painful esophageal lining. Think about the last time you had really bad heartburn or felt like something was stuck in your throat. You might swallow hard or move your jaw to get comfortable. Well, for a Frenchie, that sensation is confusing. They don't know why their throat feels weird, so they snap at the air to try and catch the discomfort. It's a physical reaction to internal pain. But here's the scary part. If you ignore it, that constant acid can lead to permanent damage or even aspiration pneumonia. I spent weeks tracking Bruno's meals and his snapping episodes before I realized the pattern. Once we found the specific trigger, the behavior stopped almost overnight. But before I tell you the exact fix we used, you need to know why common kibble might be making this way worse.
So why is standard dry food causing so much trouble? Most commercial kibble expands rapidly when it hits a dog's warm stomach. French Bulldogs are flat-faced, meaning they gulp a massive amount of air every single time they eat or drink. Combine all that trapped air with a heavy, expanding pile of food, and you get intense internal pressure. That pressure forces stomach acid right back up their esophagus. Have you ever noticed your dog licking their lips excessively or swallowing hard after eating? That is the acid literally burning their throat. The fly biting is just the next stage of that severe discomfort. How do we actually stop that acid from rising and heal the damage? The first step is breaking the cycle of stomach inflammation. You can't just give them human medication without a vet's approval. You need something designed specifically for a dog's unique gut biome. Bruno's vet told us to start using a specific veterinary-grade canine probiotic and antacid blend. You just sprinkle it right onto their food. It coats the stomach lining, neutralizes the excess acid, and helps them break down their meals much faster. Honestly, it was a total game changer for us. I linked the exact one we use in the description so you don't get a bad knockoff from an untrusted seller. But fixing the acid is only half the battle. How is your dog actually eating their meals? If you are feeding your Frenchie out of a regular bowl sitting flat on the floor, gravity is working against them. When they bend their short necks all the way down, their stomach ends up positioned higher than their throat. The acid just pools and leaks right out. You absolutely have to elevate their food. We swapped out his old metal dish for a tilted, elevated slow feeder. This specific setup forces Bruno to eat in a proper, upright posture. It also slows down his chewing, which drastically cuts down on the amount of air he swallows. Between the stomach coating supplement and the elevated bowl, his digestion totally reset. The bizarre behavior completely vanished. No more staring blankly at the ceiling, and no more panicked snapping at thin air.
Has your Frenchie ever stared at the ceiling and snapped at a ghost bug?
Let me know in the comments what they were doing right before it happened.
If this video helped you today, hit subscribe so we can keep your Frenchie healthy and happy together. And speaking of weird behaviors, does your dog constantly rub their face on your rug after dinner? It might not just be an itch. Tap the video on the screen right now to find out the real reason.